Welcome back to my channel. This is from class 10, real numbers. Very important question. Prove that root 3 is an irrational number. Instead of root 3, they can give you some other irrational numbers like root 3, root 5, root 7, root 11, anything. But the process is the same, the steps are the same. Just replace the numbers, radicands, okay? It's very easy. If you understand few steps, you can easily get full marks. It's often repeated in the board examination, so please practice this sum thoroughly. So let us go into the proof. Let us assume that root 3 is a rational number. Okay, is a rational number. अब rational number क्या है? Rational number p by q फॉर्म में रहता है, where p and q are integers. Here we are taking co-prime integer. Co-prime means simplest form. ठीक है, उसका HCF जो है p and q का HCF 1 रहेगा. So co-prime integers where q is never equal to 0. Instead of p and q, you can also take a and b. It's up to you. Root 3 is equal to a by b. Okay, where a and b are co-prime integers and b is never equal to 0. The denominator should not be equal to 0. Now you take this b that side, it will become root 3b is equal to a. Let us do squaring on both sides. Squaring on both sides. What happens? Root 3b whole square is equal to a square. ठीक है, root 3 square क्या बन गया? 3. 3b square is equal to a square. What do you understand by this statement? We understand that 3 divides a square. Okay, 3 divides a square. अब 3 divides a square implies 3 divides a also, right? A also. Now how can I write this symbolically? That means a by 3 as is equal to some constant. ठीक है, अरे भाई a क्या वैल्यू सब 9 ले लो. 9 by 3 कितना आ गया? 3. ये भी इंटीजर है. ठीक है, सो हियर दैट मीन्स वेयर c is some integer because we have taken a as integer, so the result also is integer. Okay, so now what we will get? A is equal to, I am transposing 3, so I will get 3c. Now do squaring on both sides again. Squaring on both sides. If I do squaring on both sides, what I will get? A square is equal to 3c whole square. ठीक है, so a square is equal to 3 square is 9, c square. What is our a square? What is our a square? Our a square is nothing but 3b square, right? So can I replace a square by 3b square? Yes, is equal to 9c square. Cancel कर दो, 3 1s, 3 3s. Okay, so b square is equal to 3c square. What do you understand by this statement? 3 divides b square, 3 divides b also. यहाँ पे आया ना, 3 divides a square, 3 divides a also. And here we are getting 3 divides b square. That implies 3 divides b also. But what did we assume? We have assumed that a and b are co-primes. Co-primes means what? Uska common HCF, highest common factor 1. But we are getting a common factor as 3 here, because 3 divides b, and here in the previous step 3 divides a. That means, that implies a and b has common factor 3. But this is a contradictory to our statement. Yes, because our assumption is wrong. We have assumed that a and b are co-primes. So our assumption is wrong now. Okay, our assumption is wrong as we got a common factor 3. So since our assumption is wrong, that implies root 3 is an irrational. वो rational नहीं बन सकता, तो it is an irrational number.